Hello friends, you're watching Eco. I'm Colonel Failure, and bad company along with myself are attempting to save the world. This is the Colonel's Journal for day 8. You join me having a bit of a swim to start off with today as I start working on my wharf. Well, actually, it's not so much of a wharf at the moment. It's more just making it look like the overhanging building that I've got is actually fully supported in the water. I haven't completely thought through what I want to do with it yet, but I think I've got a notion that's coming on, and over time, I'm sure that's going to look rather splendid. Although I am starting to get a little bit of itchy hammer, as I believe the medical phrase is, for a total redevelopment of my house, and that's just a ridiculous amount of work waiting to happen. Anyway, despite the fact that there is a much faster route into town, I've decided to take a stroll around the outside, around the perimeter again, because I'm always in need of a little bit of iron ore, maybe some pots. The thing with pots at the moment is that they are a good way to increase your skill count on a daily basis, but I go through iron quite regularly in tool repair. So visiting Zero Jake's store is often quite helpful. Now here's a new development for you. Okay, so it's a very new development. This is the Phantom powered bicycle truck thing. This one appears to have a mind of its own a little bit, but this is a relatively new invention. Instead of the hand carts that you may have seen kicking around occasionally, the powered cart here will allow you to transport quite a hefty amount of material while riding along. The word on the street is that there is one Phantom bicycle kicking around the place, and that it just generally drives itself around from time to time. The word people use is bugged. I prefer to think of it as Phantom. Meanwhile, I'm going to take a quick stop over to the training house here to pick up some advanced cooking. Now, I've got skill points to invest in this, but it's expensive. Now then, advanced cooking opens up a whole suite of new recipes for me. We will finally be able to move beyond the campfire into something significantly more dramatic. But as you will see, the requirements to make my new oven work are significant. For starters, I've got to build it within a building that has tier 2 materials. Now this wooden stuff and the stone that I'm currently built out of, that's all tier 1. Regrettably, I'm not actually a builder of any description at all, so I can only build the most basic of things. But if I can get, I think it's like 32 tier 2 materials into my build here where the kitchen is set up, then I will be able to interface with my oven. It will not reject me for having a house it considers to be too poor to operate in effectively. And obviously I'm not happy with the initial style of brick there. And in fact, that's how I end up using up my hammer on a regular basis, is placing something and going, no, well, maybe. So I place another 40 of them and then go, no, that was wrong. Pick them all back up again, slap them all back in again. But this, this is clearly a move towards a more modern outlook for the town, not least of all for my house. And as you can see, we're still not quite there. I'm going to have to rip out some more walls, I think. Maybe even wall this place up slightly differently. Anyway, while I get on with that, I thought I'd turn my hand to today's recipe. Now, as cookery students go, you've done a remarkable job at picking up the nuances of various charred foods. Very good. So today I'm gonna run you through something that is just a little bit more advanced, and it's very much suitable for those who have a slightly more fashionable taste. We try to keep up with what the hipsters are interested in, because they have way more money than sense, and therefore that plays into our hands ideally. So today's recipe is going to be wilted fiddleheads. Which are delightful. Now, historically, of course, we just throw fiddleheads out because they taste awful. but apparently sprinkling them all over the stuff is a good thing. Equally, wilting them apparently is something that people think is rather splendid. Personally, I think I'll stick to my charred meats and corn. However, for the fiddlehead salad, the recipe goes rather like this. First off, you get yourself some fiddleheads. Now, you might not know what a fiddlehead is. I have. It caught me by surprise, I can tell you. They come from ferns. Yes, so effectively you are delivering to people plant mulch in this recipe. Get yourself a goodly bunch of those. One fiddlehead alone does not a wilted fiddlehead selection make. I think you'll find. So you're going to need a goodly bunch of fiddleheads. Then stick them on your campfire. Once you've stuck them on there, you're going to want to make sure they've wilted. So leave them out in the sun for a little while, and that should wilt them up nicely. And if it doesn't, then set them on fire. And then after a few minutes, you get that glorious bada bing moment where they're ready to go. And once they're ready to go, I suggest you put them on sale on a shop where you can probably charge a very fashionable price for them. You could probably advise people that there may be a coffee shop around the corner as well. You're probably going to have a chalkboard outside the front of your shop with some kind of pithy slogan on it, talking about the adventures that you've had in the cultivation of fiddleheads. There you go. So that'll keep you occupied. Of course, it is worth noting that the fiddlehead was an abundant plant within the Bad Company world when we first started out, but these days it's slightly harder to find because nobody, myself included, has been in the slightest bit bothered about replanting any of it. As you can see, I have now completed enough work on this house that my oven will work. So I'm gonna send it again. Let's get on a maiden voyage here. We'll plumb in some coal. Obviously, burning as much coal as you can indoors is the way to go. And as you'll see here, you've got all kinds of things, many of which start with the word exotic. And if you know anything about economics, you will know that the exotic anything sells for significantly more than a non-exotic alternative. Also, you'll be noticing that bacon is now possible. Now, it takes 10 minutes to cook me bacon, whereas an exotic salad will only take you 2 minutes. Bear this in mind, because if you're trying to sell a whole bunch of bacon to someone, you may need to tell them, like, well, if you're hungry, you may need to come back in, I don't know, tomorrow, and then I'll have 4 pieces of bacon ready for you. But salads certainly represent a very nicely mixed diet for just about anybody, containing not only a bit of carbohydrate, I know, surprisingly, but also, you've got your vitamins in there as well, and even a little bit of fat if you play your cards right. But as you can probably make out from the screen right now, some of these recipes, they use a significant number of raw materials. So the prices that I'm going to be offering, demanding, I think is the word that we'll probably go for. The prices that this type of recipe is able to demand, at least in the first instance, are pretty significant. Over time, however, I balance out these pricing systems with something a little bit more reasonable once we actually get the flow of ingredients coming in slightly more effectively. But of course, that is not before I have managed to make all the money in the world, I think it's safe to say. But having, just laid out a bit of brick in a way that is just there to make my house eligible to go further, I think I am now. I think I've got a bit between my teeth with regard to maybe tearing the whole place down and building anew. Anyway, I've been Colonel Failure. Fling a like at this one if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to catch the next journal entry, and I'll see you then. Cheerio!